Welcome to 33 Days to Go Digital. My name's Jannine Barron and I will be your business coach on this journey. And the first thing I'm going to say is congratulations on backing yourself, because seriously, not everybody gets to this step. A lot of people sit around wondering, should I do a business idea? But you've taken the step to get guidance, enroll in this course, and get all the support you need to get there. You're about to walk through the steps to create your business plan, your brand, your logo, your visual imagery, and even some copywriting. The result will be a digital footprint in the form of a website or social media or a booking system, whatever it is you're going to need for your business. But this is what you'll learn. You'll learn how to choose which of those digital footprints are right for you and how to utilize the right platforms and channels for your unique business. You will learn how to develop trust digitally with your future customers, and you'll identify potential pitfalls when creating a written and visual message. You're going to set up and integrate your first digital systems and software where applicable, and you're going to ensure you have the correct intellectual property, the privacy and payment and security systems in place if that's relevant for your business. But the aim of this course is to completely empower you to create the business foundations where you can build and scale in the future. This is simply the first part of your journey. But do know that the very act of committing has massively propelled you towards this intention. So the purpose of this course, to guide you through the process of creating a digital footprint for your business idea. And the journey is going to happen in 3 modules. And before I explain the modules, I want to say something really important. You're going to be tempted to jump ahead and miss some modules. It's just going to happen. It's human nature. And I'm going to ask you not to do that. And the reason why is best expressed in a very short and very personal story. Many years ago, a dear friend of mine died. And a year later, the community decided that they wanted to create a memorial for her. And to do that, they were going to have a fundraiser. And that fundraiser was going to be a run. Now, if you're a fitness person, you might think, fine, I was not that big a fitness person, and I'd certainly never run more than 1 kilometer in my life. So I did what anyone would do if they don't know what to do next. I got myself a coach. Yeah, there was such a thing as a running coach. I didn't even know that. I rang her up and I said, I need to run 10 kilometers in 12 weeks. And I don't like running. And I've never run more than 1 kilometer in my life. Can you get me there? And she said, yes. And I said, no, really, can you get me there? Like, am I going to be embarrassed? Am I going to make a fool of myself? You know, the whole community is going to be watching. I was quite a well-known person in the community. She's like, I will get you there. Her name is Lisa Parks. She's an amazing Australian ninja athlete. And I believed her the way she looked into her eyes at me. So I turned up on my first day in my running gear, ready to run. But guess what? We didn't run in that first week. And I came again on the second week. And again, we didn't run. We didn't run until the 3rd week. But I'm not going to run you through what happened in every single week. I'm just going to tell you what she promised me and what my outcomes were. She said, if you turn up every single week and do the workshop, and in between each session, if you perform these tasks on 3 to 4 days a week, you're going to reach your goal. Now I'm going to tell you, I'll cut to the chase. I didn't run 10 kilometers. I ran 6 kilometers. I didn't go to every little workshop and I didn't make all the homework, but I did do about 80% of it. So my result equaled what I put into it. But she got me there. I remember the day of the run. I have to admit, I was very nervous. And after the first kilometer, which was straight up a hill like this, I was ready to stop. I was exhausted and I was panicking because there was a lot of people I knew, and I'm talking hundreds of people running past me. There were cameras, there was media, and here I was on the first run of my life for this most important reason, to honor my dear friend. My motivation is up here. I'm exhausted after 1 kilometer, but something happened. I kept going and I suddenly felt like I was in a flow. And by the 3rd kilometer, I was still in the flow. I thought, I can do this. I can do this. All the exercises were kicking in. I was just doing the right things with my thighs and my legs. I was holding my body correctly. Everything Lisa taught me was coming back to me. But something happened at 4 kilometers. I started getting really tired. My arms and my legs, my brain, it was all starting to go to jelly. I thought, I've done this before in the training. I can do this. And I kept going. Thank goodness at that point we were on the flat. But the flat was on sand. And if you've ever run on sand, you'll know that that's really extra challenging. But an amazing thing happened at that point where there were all these people cheering us on. People I knew, people I didn't know, giving us water, cheering us, celebrating. They knew that at that mark that I was probably going to wobble, me and hundreds of other people. And I tell you, that cheering on, it really kept me going. And then I got to about the 5th kilometer mark. And I had a decision to make, because if I turned left, there was another 4Ks to go, 5Ks to go, and that was going to be my 10Ks. I had to make a decision in that moment about my body, because if I turned right, I would have finished the 6 kilometer deadline. I had minutes to decide. I checked in with every part of my body. I thought of everything I'd achieved, and I made a decision. I turned right. And it was a good decision, because at the 6 kilometer mark, as people cheered me over the finish line, it was the most extraordinary moment. I was so incredibly proud of myself. My legs turned to jelly and I had to sit down, and I don't think I could really walk for the next hour. But gosh, you couldn't get the smile off my face. The pride, the sense of achievement that I'd done it for me and my friend. And then when we stood there an hour later, watching the memorial come to life, watching people praise her, watching her family so proud of what the whole community had put on for her, it was worth every single sacrifice and difficulty. So I'm telling you this story for a reason. If you turn up to every module I provide, if you do every lesson I provide, and if you follow every activity I provide, you're going to hit the exact goal that's in your mind right now. And if you don't manage that for any reason, I want you to know it's okay. And I just want you to take responsibility for whatever you put into this and be really proud of whatever you get out of this. So there's 4 ways you could end up. Number 1, do everything and you'll get exactly where you want to go. At least half of you will do that. But something else might happen. You may get somewhere differently to where you had planned, and you're going to be just as proud. In fact, you might find yourself rejigging your idea a little bit, having a slightly different message and look to what you expected, and be way happier with that outcome. So I want you to use a little bit of intuition and have a little bit of flexibility and be open to what might unfold. But I also want you to know that if you use this system, you'll get somewhere. You'll end up somewhere. And if you don't finish it, that's okay too, because as far as you got was what you were ready for. But you're also going to learn that by putting good habits in place, by taking action in a certain time frame and turning up consistently, you are going to get a result. And I'm really excited for you. Remember a few other things as well. Remember that done is better than perfect. Honestly, I know you're not a graphic designer. I know you're not a copywriter, but I'm going to give you the tricks of the trade to make sure you look and sound brilliant. If you follow this system, your dream clients will find you, and they're going to give a wholehearted yes to working with you. They're going to buy your product. They're going to use your service. It's going to happen if you don't skip a step. Something else might happen. You may end up deciding after this whole process that you don't want to do this business at all. And guess what? That's also an amazing outcome. You could be like other people, sitting around for years wondering if you should do something. But in 33 days, running this idea through and really looking at it and feeling into it, you're going to know if it's right for you. That's also an amazing outcome. So if you're wondering what tech we're going to be using in this course, there's going to be only a few systems we're going to be diving into. One is your basic Word documents on your computer. I put everything in a really simple format so that there's no high tech working out how to fill in forms. I literally do everything in Word so that everybody, no matter what your tech is, can use the worksheets. Secondly, we're going to use a program called Canva, which you may have dived into before, but if you haven't, I will teach you the very simple way to use it to get the exact outcomes you want. Thirdly, if you're going to build a website, the platform we use is Wix, just because it's what I happen to know. And also because when I went to build the website, it's such a simple template system that with a little bit of tech, you can get there. Like anything, it can be frustrating along the way, but that's why I'm here to guide you and tell you what to do next. If you're trying to work out how to get a menu, I'll be able to show you how to do that. You'll also be using my booking system to book appointments with me, and that's going to maybe excite you to thinking, oh, I'd like a booking system like that. And so using that system will help you decide if that's one of the footprints you're looking for. As you come into this course, you're going to meet a video module just like the one you are looking at now. And if you look to one side, you're going to see there's a number of lessons to walk through. They'll all be in video format, and they will range from a simple 1-minute video to a longer video such as this one. You'll then be directed to the other side of the page that you're looking at on your computer right now, which is the download sheets or the activities that I suggest you do to clarify the lesson that was done in the video. There's a few ways you can do this. One is to work at the pace I recommend. The reason I've chosen 33 days is that it gets you there quickly, but it allows you time to integrate and get on with other things in your life realistically, but also commit to the system. Once you begin, you'll find that there's like processing that goes on. There'll be a thought process and a feeling process. And by just allowing that extra time in that 33 days, you'll find that you'll end up exactly where you need to. But I also appreciate that you might be in a big hurry. And if so, yes, you can binge on this and get this done in 3 to 7 days. It's completely viable. We just have to rearrange the supports from me to do that and help you get there. Because sometimes, let's face it, we do need something up fast. So that gives you the general welcome to 33 Days to Go Digital. I'm so thrilled you're here. I'm so excited to see what you're going to create, and I'm totally here to support you on the journey. If I have not answered any questions you still have, please email me at the email address we've been chatting on. And all I've got left to say is, get ready, because we're about to have a fantastic time together.